I've been really thinking about how we create our environment and how we believe it is seen. So I wanted to bring this straight to the table because it's very clear to me that whilst things can often be going well, most of us have a negativity bias. And often it's actually the sum of other people's opinions than necessarily your own. So what do I mean by this? Well, the equestrian industry, I don't need to tell you because I'm sure you're well aware, has a bit of a stigma of being very, very hard. You have to work a lot of hours to earn any money. Sometimes you don't earn any money. It's impossible to run a business. And like me, when I was a child, I was told to steer clear, create my career, and then look to get horses in the future. And I'm not upset that opinion was put across back then, because I can see why now today that would be an ordinary individual's, when I say ordinary, I mean an individual outside of the equestrian space. I can see why that would be their opinion. It's tough out there. And we're running these livery yards, we're running these saddleries, we're running all of these other equestrian businesses from, I don't need to name it, but horse boxes, building of them, transporting. That's just something I know very well. But you've got saddleries, shops, tack shops, physios, dentistry, veterinary. I mean, there's a lot of equestrian business out there. And some of it does really well. But most of it is a hard slog. It's dealing with a lot of people, there's a lot of challenges out there, high costs, very high increasing costs in most of the equestrian space, and not a lot of support for everybody else. So I can see why, particularly in our space, we have this bias towards talking down of the industry, talking down of the possibilities of building a business here. And it's really come to my mind now because on the back of last week's episode, where I spoke about not knowing where I'm going, not knowing exactly the direction we're going in, which I know many people relate to, and I have had a few people message me about it. Often that stance that I was in last week was coming a little bit from a negativity bias. It was coming from a place of perhaps those younger years where I was told it's impossible. Although this is exactly the paradigm of it, because I've proven it's possible. You're proving it's possible. And I just wanted to highlight it because you're not alone. And actually, through connecting with others in the industry, it's just a really powerful way to boost each other's egos, but in a really constructive way that's helpful and not blowing your head out of the water kind of approach. And it's something I've been really, really aware of lately, because I think, I've done a lot of work on myself over the past couple of years, and I'm very well aware that network is often said to be your net worth. If you haven't heard that before, I'd be surprised. But if you haven't, you've now heard it. Your network is your net worth is a very, very common phrase put out there, because essentially the sum of the people that you surround yourself with in business is opening more and more opportunity for you and your business. Now, I'm going to relate this cross industry. I'm also in a property industry space where you can go and be in a room of hundreds of people, and everybody in that room wants the best for each other. So you can go there, ask the questions you want to ask, get the help you need. If you're in a different area or in the same area as somebody, ask them how they do what they're doing, what they do, and learn from them. And it's so transparent in that space. But coming here in the equestrian space, which I've been in for many, many years, and actually reflecting on that versus this, it's not the same mentality. And that too pushes us towards our negative bias, because we haven't got the support of one another. We're not working together when we could be. How many businesses out there could... So I'm getting a little bit passionate about this, but how many businesses of ours out there could grow exponentially if we just worked or built or collaborated with somebody else doing something similar, different or indifferent? Like, I just think some people are missing a trick there.